Are you tired of the same old sports media? Are you tired of hot takes, arguments, and questions that are just completely off base?
Luckily, we have something for you. Touchdowns and tangents of the people, for the people, by people who care about the culture and all its concise commentary.
What's up, good people? Live from Hawthorne, California. It's Touchdowns and Tangents, TDs_tangents on Twitter and Instagram. I'm PD Camarillo.
I'm Kenneth Berry.
And on the line with us for her grand finale,
The final time.
the legendary producer, the one who always puts up with our shit,
Boomer Sooner, Miss Boomer Sooner herself.
the princess of the rundowns.
It's Thunder? I mean, yeah, you're more of a Thunders fan.
The queen of our segments.
She goes on a tangent like very few people I've ever met in my life.
One of the 5 white people that Kenny and I have ever liked.
Real.
7. I'll bump it to 7.
Icky.
Okay, wait, keep glazing me.
You're in my top 4 of white people, if that makes you feel better.
Wait.
Actually, I have a top 15 of white people.
I gotta line up a good one. Howdy. Howdy.
You gotta give yourself whiplash when you're saying howdy.
A true Texan.
Howdy.
That was pretty fucking Texan.
Sounded like a cat meowing.
That was King of the Hill.
Howdy. That's how Texans say howdy. Gotta say it under your breath.
But yeah, so I don't know, Nikki. Any thoughts you have to say on your? I don't even know how long you were here. What? Probably like
2 years.
2 years, too many of you.
Gunshots. Hit the gunshots.
Anything to say? Or like my only 2 millennial friends. So
jeez.
I don't know, man. It's been fucking real. The opportunities that I've gotten working with you guys is pretty crazy, and I think it's gonna carry with me both professionally and in my heart forever. So, and then one day when I'm like super famous and I'm like the vice president of the Dallas Cowboys and stuff like that, y'all can be like, "Oh, dude,
That's man.
producer." No, I'm working at AT&T. I'm the vice president of AT&T Stadium Raw.
I'm gonna be like, hook that shit up with a job though. A side job.
Yeah, y'all ever come to Dallas, bro? I can get you a tour of AT&T if you want. So let me know.
Can anyone get a tour?
It's like SoFi. Just, hey, yeah, sure, come through.
I mean like a tour. Like a tour.
I said job. She said tour.
A tour.
A tour.
I don't know about the job part. I have to see if I have any pool.
I said summertime work, you know.
Give me a minute to gain pool first.
Yeah, you'll be VP in like 10 years. Don't worry.
I wanna be able to be cool enough in my company to come all the way back to California and support during the Olympics.
That'd be lit.
That'd be pretty lit.
And tell them not to have certain DJs performing in your venue.
What? Are we talking shit about Fred again or what?
I mean, yeah, I assume that's. I figured it was still okay to kick Fred.
Oh, dude, his fan base would burn me at the stake.
For sure.
You're scared of a DJ's fan base?
Nah, he's got like a rabid fan base.
What kind of world are we living in?
He's got a rabid fan base.
We're talking Chief Keef, circa. Damn, that's scary. I mean, yeah, people will kill you behind David Guerra.
People that are into EDM, okay, they're built deaf.
That is true.
Yeah, they got money and they go to CrossFit.
They got the drugs and the time to pester you.
And they do drugs.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're checking all 3 boxes.
Yeah, they're on coke and they're just solely focused on you. They just go to cycling class thinking about how to screw you over. That's crazy.
And they have an extreme body dysmorphia that allows them to level up like a CTE boost.
It's like they have vegan superpowers from Scott Pilgrim.
But yeah. Anyways.
You know, I think Anna Kendrick was in that movie too.
Yeah, I'll save the farewells for the end of the show, but yeah, just want to say it's been a hell of a ride. I don't know if you've probably been around longer than anyone else, but if not, for sure, you're definitely like up there.
You're top 3 and you're not 2 or 3.
So yeah,
Facts, bro.
I don't know.
I never seen anything like
Kenny won't let me finish my sentence, but it's fine. I guess.
I'm complimenting a white woman and you're mad about it?
You're riding the coattails of my
let him
compliments.
glaze, bro. This is the one time.
You can glaze after I'm done glazing.
No, I'm going to be done
glaze
glazing because I'm
time.
giving her the college football segment. Like, it's just a continual glaze. I'm just sitting back here chilling.
But yeah, anyways, yeah, so thank you for everything you've done to help us. Showing up every week, helping produce, going off on tangents, getting a little bit too drunk sometimes. And yeah, just bringing your overall spirit.
It's an Aggie spirit, baby.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just trying not to get emotional, so that's why I'm just like kind of detached from it.
No, you're mumbling through a compliment. You're trying not to cry.
Pretty much.
Just cry, bro. It's okay. Cry. It's okay, bro. We'll laugh at you afterwards.
If you didn't. Stop. We're going to stop being mushy. You want to go head on to let's talk about it.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the NBA draft that nobody cared about. I saw a meme that was like, this is the first draft class that I look at where I can like beat the ass of most of the kids in it. Because dead ass, some of them look like middle schoolers, a bunch of French guys. And yeah, a lot of nail polish. Any thoughts on the draft class?
I so don't give a fuck about this draft class. I can't name one person in it besides Bronny. And why are there so many Nicolas in the league now?
And the white dude that the Lakers drafted? Tennessee?
His name starts with a K, but the K is silent. Yeah.
Gross.
He looks
Wait,
like...
Is he a European white?
No, he's an American white with ups,
never mind.
boosties. He dunked on somebody at Tennessee. It was pretty crazy. Also, some of those memes are funny. They're like, it was him and Austin Reeves, and they had like all the funny white boy memes. Same way they had for the Eagles with the Iowa DB and Reed
they were
Blankenship.
like, name this,
Yeah, those are some really great names. I'm not gonna repeat them. You gotta just go down a wormhole and find them. But they're pretty good. But I didn't give a shit about the NBA draft yesterday. I honestly had more fun not watching the NBA draft, taking a 9.5 bus hour ride from West Oakland back to LA yesterday.
That sounds disgusting.
It was.
You know the one NBA draft story that I found hilarious?
Go ahead.
Was with that one kid that he was supposed to be drafted first round, but he fell to the second because like teams were too scared to draft him because he was like his girlfriend like groomed him or whatever.
Oh, the Duke Center?
The Mormon?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Witkowski or some shit like that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so like,
something like that.
She's like 7 years older than him?
Yeah, no, she's 8 years older than him. She literally had a master's degree and went to his high school prom.
And the crazy part is they might be literal cousins.
I won't be surprised. And you know what's even funnier? You know what's the funny fucking cherry to top the whole fucking story off? The Utah Jazz draft.
Exactly. They got the white Karl Malone with a little bit of John Stockton in there. They got some Zach Wilson vibes.
I just find it funny that the guy that got groomed by the Mormon chick
who went to
His
Duke.
students play the Jazz because they're the only ones that don't care about the Mormon PR.
Yep. And he went to Duke and he punched a student when they were storming the court or something like that. So yeah, it's like he literally went to the perfect spot. He could just freak off other than him. That's crazy.
All right. Well, guess that's a segue into college. College football.
Nikki, this one's all yours.
Okay. The University of Tennessee Volunteers took down Texas A&M University to win the College World Series. I thought they were going to get swept, but they came back at the last second during game 2 to force game 3. I thought A&M had it in the bag, but clearly not. And their coach turned around and pulled a Lincoln Riley right after that and left in the dead of night and took his whole coaching staff with him to their bitter rival of Texas.
Jeez.
Hours after not only lying to the media that he was staying with Texas A&M, but chastising and scolding a reporter on little national television in front of millions of people, chastising this reporter, calling him selfish and literally calling his integrity into question, or even asking him the question of where he's going to coach soon, and making this reporter feel like shit for asking the question, and then turning around and doing exactly what the reporter accused him of doing 24 hours later. You know that fucking reporter sitting at home right now, like, with a bag of popcorn, like, the guy, he was clearly a guy who was projecting. He just, I guess he didn't expect the question or something, or he didn't expect the reporter to hit it so on the head or whatever. But how are you going to look a reporter in the eyes and be like, that's a really selfish question to ask me. I would never do something like that. I love this team. I'm gonna play here, or I want to retire here. And then 24 hours later, you take your entire coaching staff to the University of Texas. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, but no, he pulled a complete Lincoln Riley, which is wild. Apparently, that this deal was inked since the regionals, or since before regionals, whenever they played Kentucky, which is a while ago. And so the entire coaching staff was halfway out the door. They weren't mentally in it.
That's wild.
For this entire series. In fact, if you could really conspiracy theory about it, tinfoil hat about it, it really isn't in his best interest that Texas A&M won the College World Series, to be honest. Considering, right, like, as a incoming University of Texas coach, it's not in his best interest that team would have won the World Series. But I digress. And unfortunately, there was, in this period of time in which he knew he was going to Texas ever since Kentucky, like, there was little recruiting done. And if there was any recruiting done, it was most definitely for Texas. And, the portal's about to close. So, yeah, dude, just...
Nasty word.
Yeah.
The craziest part is he did this at, I think, TCU, or he was at another Texas school, and did the same thing to them to get to Texas A&M. Second time he's done it.
Oh, and not even just Lincoln Riley, but he added a little fucking KD flavor in there, because he left in the dead of night, took his entire coaching staff with him, and his entire team, all of those boys, guess how they had to find out? Social media. He couldn't even look them in the fucking eyeballs and tell them he was leaving.
Pull to Brian Kelly.
They had to find out from social media, bro. KD and Lincoln Riley, bro. Come on, all in one situation. Wild.
And Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly did that.
Texas will just pay the fine and not even care.
It's actually wild that I am a fan of 3 different fan bases that got KD'd. Like, the Thunder, Oklahoma Sooners, and Texas A&M all got KD'd separately. It's wild, bro.
Talk abandonment issues.
I know. Anyway, speaking of abandonment issues or lack thereof, it seems, the Oklahoma Sooners inked a deal with Brent Venables. They gave him a 6-year contract extension worth almost $52 million. I mean, I believe in the guy, but it is kind of scary, I guess. 6 years this early is I mean, I don't know. It's just hard to say. Like, I definitely, like, the Oklahoma Sooner in me is happy for this, but, like, I'm trying to look at it unbiasedly, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's, like, a little too soon, in my opinion. But whatever. I believe in Venables we trust, so I don't know. He's definitely got the heart, and he's not going to KD us, hopefully. So.
Yeah, I mean, he was a defensive coordinator at Oklahoma for years. Coach Gerald McCoy.
He's from there. He started there. He grew up there. He went to school there. Whatever. I think so. He went to school there.
He turned around Oklahoma faster than USC got turned around by Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
On paper.
And he has deep-seated personal and spiritual connections to that team. So I don't think he would ever, you know what I mean? My abandonment issues can be laid to rest for a bit, at least for Oklahoma, I think.
Nah, he's going to probably get you guys like a couple playoff wins, maybe even a title game appearance in the next 5 years. Especially with the Big 12 being set.
SEC, so go see how it goes.
I mean, Georgia's not going to be around forever. Bam ain't what it used to be. There's a power vacuum. And
yeah, Alabama is crumbling in front of our eyeballs.
Jackson Arnold is one of the better quarterbacks coming back, and he could be a future first-round pick in 2 years.
Yeah.
All right, NCAA.
So the ratings for teams came out. They also did top 10 for like noisiest places. And people were kind of mad about where Texas A&M was and where Utah was. I think Risacher Stadium.
Wait, what do you mean? Where was Texas A&M?
Well, one, they're ranked like an 84 overall in the game. And then like top...
No, I'm talking about the crowd.
Oh, for home field advantage? Let me check. They were not rated very high, though. Double check, because I saw two different lists. I want to make sure I'm quoting the right one.
Are you shitting my dick? They should be top 5 easily. Top 3 and not 3.
So what were they? Because I saw something that was like they were top 20.
No, bro, that's actually... There's no way that they didn't rate them in the top 5 easily.
They did not.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were number 1.
Let me see.
I'm looking it up right now.
Because there's like 3 of them, and I'm like, I never really substantiated which one was like the most accurate.
The Vols should be up pretty high. Oh, dude, they got a crazy fan base.
Yeah, Kenny, I was just gonna say, yeah, they're number 1.
Wait, they got number 1?
Yeah, take a look, bro.
I was looking at a different list.
I don't know what list you're looking at.
That shit said like Autzen Stadium was like top 5.
Oklahoma got number 8. That's real.
I don't know what Austin Stadium
where's
is.
the Vols? Vols aren't even in the top 10. That's wild.
Yeah, sure. So it was 11. Okay. Tennessee is 13. Neyland Stadium. He should have took Auburn off this list.
Where's Vols? Where are the Volunteers?
13th. Clemson is 12th. Tennessee's 13th.
What about Michigan?
Michigan is...
Yeah,
I don't know how the fuck Michigan State made it.
I've been to a lot of college football games. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you. Texas A&M is just unbeatable, bro.
Michigan is 16th.
People are mad about it. They've never been.
Texas is 19.
Yeah. People say Utah should be higher.
Boise State at 24.
Yeah, that's kind of off. Michigan State doesn't need to be on this list either. Arkansas, I guess. But
Alabama's number 2. That's wild over LSU.
We got to get Auburn out of here, though. Y'all lost to New Mexico State at home, 31-10. Fuck on my face.
MS Tech.
That was last year.
In 12, Texas A&M.
Like that was last year. New Mexico.
Yeah,
last year New Mexico State won 9 games, and they clapped Auburn like right before the Iron Bowl. So.
You never deleted that stuff off the list. I just realized.
I mean, I didn't write it. It would have been funnier if you would have just went back and deleted it.
All right, Oregon dropped all black uniforms.
I think DeAnthony Thomas was in the thing too. It looked kind of cool. It looked like their old ones when they had the all blacks with green trim. This one was kind of silver. It's cool, but I mean, they just keep updating the same uniform combination. So it's whatever. And then Iowa dropped one, and I'm like, Iowa dropping all white uniforms must be a presidential election season.
Jeez.
Oh, Iowa dropping all. Think about it. Iowa dropping an all white
helmets too.
You got to go see the picture. And then also, Iowa State hates their fucking colors. They don't. They're like, they got white with just enough of the fucking red and yellow. It's like, bro. Like, Iowa State having all black uniforms already was disgusting to me. But the way they have alternate uniforms is just like, what are y'all doing? Yeah, and also the judge denied...
the helmets aren't white, so this is fake news.
But they said they have all white uniforms, which makes no sense. Because if it's all white, then you would have to have white helmets, right?
Yep.
Oregon has all black, and they have a black helmet, right?
Just new white jerseys. Seems a little bit different.
Iowa is the one school who should never be allowed to have alternate uniforms. Their uniforms are perfectly fine. They look like the knockoff Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms from the 90s. They should never be allowed to change their uniforms. That gold and black is kind of hard. The helmet is hard with the Hawkeye on it.
Why does nobody else have the Michigan helmet?
There's a bunch of schools that have that. It's just a stripe. Hell, at Lawndale, my school.
Why do no other good schools have it?
Because Michigan probably owns the fucking trademark.
Just always wondered that.
I think Oregon tried it one time. Boise State might even tried it.
I don't think Boise State ever had that. They
had like a white iron-on outline of the Broncos, so it looked like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
but
about.
It wasn't that. They were icy though. But yeah, I mean, if you think about it, just Delaware.
All right, and
Deion Sanders' son, Shiloh's request to dismiss his bankruptcy case was denied. So the dude who's suing him has to pretty much come up with the burden of proof to prove why, like how, his son pierced the corporate veil and may have used NIL money to get like his car and other things. So the burden of proof is on him. So he won an aspect of the case, but the wording favors Shilo. Pretty much what it comes down to. So yeah, and that's on top of 41 players leaving the program and saying that he was forced to go to the Lil Wayne concert to watch Shador perform his bum ass song. Some people, like Jim Harbaugh said it best, some people were born on third base and they think they hit a home run when all they did was fucking hit a single. Like nepotism at Colorado, father-son nepotism at Colorado historically does not work. Hawkins, anybody? Dan Hawkins, anybody? Had to go back to, he left Boise State to go to Colorado and it all went to shit. So, yeah. And then Quincy Avery and Deion Sanders Jr. went back. They were going at it back and forth. He pretty much called Quincy Avery a bitch. He said, "That's crazy. You Deion's fourth favorite son, and the third son, Travis, ain't even his real son, and he's better in football. He's better in football than you ever were. You like Deion don't like you because you couldn't backpedal with cleats on properly. That's crazy. Blame that man. You got to go back and look at the exchange." He said this man talking like a hurt fifth temptation. I was like, God damn. Sanders Jr. The daughter left. The daughter been left. The daughter been left and is siding with the mom. Shador kind of comes off like spoiled rich kid. Just saying. Like, you were not really that great last year. So maybe,
you won't tell them that at Pac Media Day, though.
There is no more Pac-12 Media Day.
You know what I meant.
I'm going to ask him, so are you going to be playing that song that you, like, are you going to, I might ask him, like, hey, so that song that you recorded, are you going to have that played during pregame during the season? You going to try to get that worked out somehow? You think I won't get that question in? You think I won't? I'll ask him, bro. I got the longest answer from him last year at Media Day. Him and the coach. Everybody was jocking that shit. So it's like, people were almost walking on eggshells afraid to ask him certain questions. And I'm like, let's just get to the shits. It's going to be here this year, so it's going to be real fun.
I skipped it, but touchdown or turnover. Ricky. For the last time.
I don't get no audio?
I did. I played it.
No, I just didn't hear it. My bad.
It's all right. I blocked out Kenny, too.
I wasn't familiar with your game. My bad.
It's all right. I got a Kenny filter, too. Don't worry. I know. I'm just kidding. You're actually behaving today. My bad.
That's fucked up.
I'm sorry.
You said touchdown or turnover?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Wow. That's fine. The Knicks. I say Aiyuk. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. I'm going to be so for real with you.
Just call him OG.
You're better than me. I wouldn't even try to pronounce that shit.
Aiyuk, I think is how you pronounce it. The Knicks signed him to a 5-year, $212.5 million deal like he's a motherfucking quarterback. What do we think?
It's a touchdown only because they traded for him last year. In the middle of the season, they gave up some assets for him. He's a Thibs guy from all reports, just as far as being a 3-and-D kind of player. He did well in the playoffs, even when Brunson was hurt. And, yeah, he pretty much put his balls on the table and was like, yo, you need to give me a long-term extension or I'm just going to bounce. So, touchdown.
Since it's basketball, I'm going to say this is a game. This is a series clincher right here. They got a bunch of role players locked up. It's built around Brunson. You know, you trade for Mikal Bridges. It's pretty much Villanova all over again, the Villanova Knicks. You got Dante there. Coaching staff. If they ever fired Thibodeau, Jay Wright can just come out of retirement. I think they're going to be a force in the East. And poor Damian Lillard. He's like, I could have went to Miami. And now I got to fight through a bunch of fucking elite wing defenses. And I'm just being a little punk bitch in the Celtics. I got to fight through all this. And you still might not get a ring. Lillard needs to force a trade to L.A.
Did Aaron Judge not get one base today? That's crazy.
I'm cool with seeing Lillard on the Clippers. Make it happen.
That ain't happening. This is why you don't talk basketball.
No,
All right, next one.
I just want something better because all the LA sports teams suck, and I'm not okay with it.
Adebayo is signing a 3-year, $166 million extension with the Heat, which is even more expensive. What's the word? Not statistics.
Annually.
Yeah, annually.
I'm gonna say it's a turnover for him, but a touchdown for the Heat. The Heat get to keep their player, but like, what are the Heat gonna look like in the next 3 years? Because Jimmy Butler wasn't Jimmy Butler. Yeah, he got hurt, but even before that, he was kind of having a down year. So I don't know.
They wish they would have traded for Dame Lillard. If you could go back, maybe you should have gave up Bam. Hero. I'm just
That wasn't gonna happen. The whole reason why he wanted to go to Miami was to play with Bam.
now I don't know where the Heat go from here. Like really better than the Celtics. The Bucks, you might be able to get by the Bucks, but like, can you beat the Celtics? You're not even built to beat the Celtics. You're just built. You might not even be able to beat the Knicks next year. So it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Next.
Ed Policy is becoming the Packers president and CEO, taking over for Mike.
Mark Murphy.
Crap. There we go. I have absolutely no thoughts about this one personally.
Same.
Touchdown. They've actually. Yeah, I remember from when Ted Thompson retired, like, he got a stranglehold on that front office. So the fact that they rebuilt everything under Gutenhurst, I think that's how you say, I probably said his name wrong. I'm sorry if I did. They rebuilt that franchise. They rebuilt that team. They got rid of Aaron Rodgers. They lost Devontae and Aaron Jones, but still rebuilt the team. They have a young nucleus. They're competitive. They're exactly where you want to be. And I mean, now rather than lose somebody, let's see somebody get poached. You know, Murphy transitions out of his role. And you keep some fresh blood in there. So I think that's excellent. It's great for the Packers. Leaders could have some organizational stability for once.
Next.
Cavs are hiring for Warriors former coach Atkinson as their head coach.
I'm gonna say it's a touchdown. He got a raw deal with the Nets. He had that team playing good before they acquired Durant, and then kind of blew it up for Steve Nash. I think he'll go in there, work with the players, kind of get them to manage all the different personalities, since I'm sure that's what he learned with the Warriors. So, yeah, I like it. It's a good move. Touchdown. Sam Cassell should still get hired, though. Dog, don't be adding shit to Fade or Fade for no reason. I hate when you do that shit, bro, because they always be skips, bro. Always be half baked.
All right, well, he's typing, so
They always be half baked fucking editorials that really should have just been in your rant.
Anything golf related, I put in fair or fade. I could just put in my rant too, but that's what me and Kenny are kindred spirits in that way.
I'm saying you're like one of the few. I'll say this: you're one of the few Tauruses who aren't just musty motherfuckers on the inside and out. So salute to you.
Bro, what Taurus hurt you, like, for real? Like,
All of them. All of them.
You're greasy inside and out.
That's kind of racist. That's kind of racist.
How is that racist?
I don't know, but I'll find a way.
Is that racist?
I have some paint. I'll find a corner.
If anything, that's fattest.
What is fattest?
When you don't like someone because they're fat.
Waitest? No.
Waitest.
God damn it.
It's not fat phobic, is it?
Who knows?
Some kind of.
Last one.
Any thoughts on the Cavs hiring Atkinson? Kenneth?
Yo, wow. You call me Kenneth. That's crazy.
Kenneth Frank James?
I need you to say the whole thing. It's like a pimp named Slipback. You got to say Kenneth Frank James Barry.
That's what I said. Slipback.
No, you said Kenneth Frank James, and then you stopped. But still think Cassell should have got the job. I think Cassell should have got the Lakers job. This is all fucked. I blame Ime Udoka for all of this shit. I blame him for all of it.
Last one.
Finishing up touchdown or turnover, the Patriots re-signed Stevenson to a 4-year or whatever, $36 million extension.
I'm gonna say it's a touchdown for him. It was kind of like slipped through the cracks, a little overlooked. Really made a name for himself as an all-purpose back the past 3 seasons out of Vegas. But as far as the Patriots, I just feel like they don't really have a plan. And I don't know if paying a running back that much money for that duration of time is a step in the right direction, particularly when he battled injuries last year and had somewhat of a down year. So I'm going to say it's a turnover for the Pats.
I'm going to say this is a touchdown. He's a good culture fit. Runs hard. He's cheap. Wasn't he? I think he was either undrafted free agent or like a 5th or 6th round pick. But
yeah, he was a late guy.
He earned the right, and he beat out Zeke, so that says something. He's kind of what Drake May is going to need, and it's kind of like the old Patriot way where like you reward guys. You know how Deion Branch kind of got paid. I still would have been mad as fuck if I got 998 yards and Tom Brady can't throw me a fucking screen pass. I would have stabbed somebody in the neck. But that's neither here nor there. Good for him. Anytime running backs can get paid, that's a win because we don't know how long that position is going to be around anymore.
Want to add something?
Yeah. It's a touchdown, baby.
Who's the winner?
Our goats. All right, anyway.
Yeah, I did. You can't hear it?
No. I'm formulating it in my mind. I'm hearing it in my soul. Bronny, little Bron, he went to the Lakers today. I think today, right?
Yes, today.
Yes. At number 55. Not suspiciously at all. And at the same time, Lakers are offering LeBron a 3-year max deal.
I'm going to say the Lakers are kind of a joke, but at the same time, this is what we expected. I mean, they've already shown with Kobe they're willing to do whatever it takes to appease their star. That's pretty much what this is. Most teams didn't even have Bronny as a draftable player. But also, what else were you going to get this late in the draft? So might as well take a chance on a guy who might kind of be a role player and at least makes your star player happy. But also, you're supposed to be the greatest franchise around. So I don't know if just catering to your stars is the best move for the long-term vision. But hey, whatever. I'm not a Laker fan.
Read somewhere that they said if Jalen Green is a 22-year-old top 5 draft pick who got trapped by 39-year-old Drea, Bronny James can be in the fucking league. And this is a good point that was brought up earlier. There is nothing wrong with black nepotism because everybody else literally puts on untalented motherfuckers. And hell, just look at Jerry Jones' his whole family. They all work for the Cowboys. Hell, even the kid who found out she's related to Jerry wanted a job or a cut. So, like, even though Bronny should have took his ass back to school and just went to the Big West, because let's be real, he probably would have went back to college and not got a starting gig. But, hey, this is what they wanted to do. I mean, if they want to force an issue, this isn't like the Melo, the Ball family. LeBron has real cachet, and honestly has more money than the fucking Bus family, which is crazy when you think about it. I just wish, him and his son would get the fuck off my team because the Lakers are an embarrassment. Kobe would be disgusted at this team. I'm going to say you shouldn't speak on a dead person's behalf, but Kobe will be utterly fucking disgusted at this team. Like, if you look at all the players who got traded off this team because of LeBron, all of them have been all-stars and gotten major contracts. Hell, Larry Nance was looking like a fucking all-star at one point. Like, this is just embarrassing. Great time for Laker fans right now.
Next one.
So, are the 49ers going to sign Brent Aiyuk or, like, what's happening? Like, why?
They have to trade him at this point. I feel like they have to trade him.
They pretty
much
much
keeps getting worse and worse. He keeps denying it. They keep saying he wants him, et cetera, et cetera. He leaked a Commanders trade. So, yeah, I don't know. At some point, they just got to trade him. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Surprised they haven't traded his ass to the Panthers yet.
The NFL has been ordered to pay almost $5 billion in Sunday ticket antitrust lawsuit that they lost.
I totally recuse myself from this conversation.
Yeah, so basically the league got in trouble for essentially only offering Sunday ticket through DirecTV, but then also raising the price every year, every so many years. Basically saying that like there needs to be competition in order for you to just charge whatever the fuck you want, but because it's exclusive, like there's no reason for you to raise the price. It's essentially what I took away from what I read about it. But yeah, so if you've had Sunday ticket, start paying attention to those Instagram ads because there's going to be somebody out there. There's going to be class actions out there offering payment if you had Sunday ticket. So pay attention to that. And Kenny, stop adding shit to the rundown, bro. God, Kenny, we've been doing this shit for 5 years. Anytime you add shit to the rundown is never good, bro. If anything, it's better if you just do it off the top of your head. Everything you write on the rundown during the show is trash of all time. Trashity trash. Worse than the Raiders' second-round picks. I'd rather have a Raiders second-round pick than you ad-lib the rundown. Just don't even add it. Just say whatever the fuck you want to say. Don't write it.
You're just typing away.
Yeah, you can't see his face because he's laughing because he knows I'm right, but he's still typing at the same time. That's what made it funny.
I mean, I got to match the level of disrespect that you just fucking threw my way just now.
Excellent.
The Browns released.
God damn it, he's still typing!
When he crashed into the restaurant.
Yeah, I didn't read about that, so I don't really have much to say.
That's
So,
crazy.
dude
Other than don't drink and drive.
Lonnie Phelps, is that his name? Either way, he's cooked. It's over.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed that. Sorry.
Like, L Browns, bro. Like, come on, you're just having a good time.
I mean, what's to celebrate in Cleveland right now?
He was just being a little one night on the town. Come on, bro.
Nah,
Shut up.
That's dangerous.
I know the kind of people that y'all have on staff on the Browns. Y'all got on the roster, and you can't have a guy have a little whimsical fun.
I don't know where you're going with this, but I kind of want to see where it leads.
I'm just saying, bro. Like you can't let him live, man. Come on. Everybody makes mistakes, you know.
I mean, not at the expense of somebody potentially dying.
I'm obviously kidding. That is some of the craziest shit I've heard in quite a while.
It's always that one Brown fucks their life up by being stupid. Josh Gordon.
All right.
All right. Anything else to add?
Yeah, go ahead and say the one that Kenny just added because it's so fucking great.
It's beautiful, actually. You fucking monster.
Sean Taylor's daughter will wear 21 for North Carolina volleyball. Whoa.
Yeah, because her father's dead. Because she got murdered.
You could have just added that to your rant. You really didn't do it. What are you gonna say? Hot take. This is trash. Like,
no, I'm saying it's a beautiful thing. Like his brother's still in college. Like, still in college.
Do you not know the purpose of the segments? The purpose of the segments
is take her tangent, bitch. So I'm going on a little tangent.
Okay, let's
you
hear it.
stupid
Let's
fucking fat bitch.
Let's hear it. I know you're not calling me fat when I'm less.
You called me fat earlier.
You're fatter than me,
but you're still fat too, bitch. We're both gonna get looked at when we sit down in the aisle seat, in the middle seat of a plane. So shut up.
Not as much as you, big bag.
Surprisingly, I suck it in. So fuck you. How about that? But nah, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Like the fact that his daughter became a D1 athlete, and play volleyball, North Carolina, where their dad's number, ACC. I mean, Florida State's about to be the fuck out of the ACC, so it's like, it's kind of cool. It's cool that his legacy lives on, through her. So that's beautiful. You fucking scumbag.
You literally could have just said that in your rant. That was literally a rant.
I'm not wasting time.
That was literally
my
a
rant for that.
You waste time in your rant like every other time.
Not today.
Fair fade. Another coarsely produced segment by Kenny Berry.
I didn't write the first one, so fuck you.
Yeah, remember when I said if it has anything to do with golf, that was probably...
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm just saying, Kenny did 2 out of the 3, so that's 66%.
It's actually 66.7, you fucking dumbass.
So, are you saying that it's 100% mid, then?
I didn't say that, but...
That's impossible.
Damn. Well, anyway, I don't know. My last one, so at least got me some leg. Yeah, so climate protesters, rushed the field. It's weird saying the field, but, rushed the 18th green of the Travelers Championship when the top 2 guys were coming in to finish their putts. And they threw red dye all over the green and shit, and they were basically saying no golf on a dead planet was what all of their shirts said. I don't even know. I have a weird I don't know. I have a really weird mental relationship with however protesting works. I don't think there's anything wrong with peaceful protesting, but the kind that interrupts people's dailies and makes people's lives worse to make a point, you're just gonna have people hate you. You are working against your what's the word I'm thinking of, your purpose by doing that kind of shit. The traffic blockers and the fucking people that bust up into meetings and conferences and ruin them, and the people that do this at the golf tournaments and they're throwing dye all over the green and stuff like that, delaying the tournament, and it's just you are actively fucking up your cause because people are going to think you're a pussy. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, the golfers were all pissy about it, and then the guy who was in first place fucked up a putt because there was red dye all over the green, and he tried to say that the reason he fucked up with the putt was because of the protesters, and everybody made a whole big stink about it or whatever. But
so I'm gonna say,
go ahead.
I hear what you're saying, and I think I agree with you on the general premise, but I also think that golf does take a lot of fucking water, and we act like water's an infinite resource when it's not. So I don't know. I think it makes sense.
But I'm not saying
But yeah, hold on, I'm not finished. I wish they would have did this 2 weeks ago, so your boy Rory would have actually had an excuse for that choke job. Woo!
That's all. I don't have anything else to say. Kill himself.
You're not going to defend your boy? You didn't get to defend him last week.
You got to glaze him. It's your last episode. You legally have to glaze him.
A hawk Tua on him.
She's not even gonna hawk Tua on her mans. That's crazy. No, not Tui.
Yeah. That was I don't even. You know what's crazy? is that's not Rory's worst choke job he's ever had in his career.
Jeez.
Oh, we know, especially all the ones where
Not
Tiger was there
by a mile. His worst choke job in history, he lost an 8-stroke lead at the Masters one year. So
shit, I've lost an 8-stroke lead too. You know what I'm saying?
It happens to the best and the worst of us.
All right, go to the next one before I kill myself.
That's what we were thinking when we lost the 8-lead stroke too. Somebody cut on Netflix. Cut fucking anime back on, please. Attack on Titan.
Nothing like you're having locker room talk in your last episode.
Oh yeah,
it was destined.
Good scarring on the back of my brain.
The Gardena police confiscated 74 tons of illegal fireworks.
75 tons.
It was the largest seizure.
You wrote 74, bro. He said you wrote 74, so he said 74.
Yeah, I forgot to go back and change it. It was 75.
Yeah, the largest seizure in like modern California history.
Yeah. I'm glad that the war on fireworks is over now. You know? Aren't you glad the war on fireworks is over?
All I know is
parking.
I still be hearing fucking fireworks at night.
Yeah.
So I don't think they really did anything. And also, what the fuck did they do with all the fireworks? So Petros and Money did a segment on this.
Probably sold them to the cartel.
So back in time, like when the last time they had this big of a seizure was like 30, 40 years ago. And you know what they did?
They blew them up.
Yeah, they blew them up. They just went to the desert and let them off.
They probably gave it to fucking Mexican.
But now there's a lot of places out there in Mexico, like in San Bernardino County and stuff, like the desert, that you can't even use fireworks. So they really don't know what they're gonna do with them. But yeah, in the past,
give it to drug lords
when they've made these big ass things, they usually just give them out to the police officers
to do all kinds of.
Illegal in LA specifically, or the entire state?
So they can pop fireworks while they beat the shit out of their wives, because cops, 60% of cops, most of the domestic violence in this country is done by police officers. So I guess they're gonna blast fireworks while they beat the fuck out of their loved ones, right? Distraction.
Yeah, I don't know about that fact. You used that fact like 7 times, and I've never found anything to substantiate it.
Literally, it's a known fact. You can Google it. Like,
I've Googled it.
Police officers and domestic violence is like one of the biggest underlying problems in the country. They like.
Yeah, I've never substantiated the fact that they do 60% of the domestic violence.
Police officers are one of the bigger wife beater subgroups.
See, somebody else.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying I've never seen.
It might be 56%. I don't fucking know, but
they commit 50% of the domestic violence acts in America.
You can go research it. CDC, all that.
Kenny, I've researched this like the 7 other times you've used this shit. You've used this shit many times. I've never found any statistics.
Cool. So what numbers did you find? Because I know you found numbers.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? Yeah, you don't even remember.
I think it's less about police officers specifically, and it's about like, but yes, it is a lot of police officers, but it's like career fields that like what's the word?
Lead the way in domestic violence.
More violent and or like power hungry men.
Or people in general, yeah.
And that's exactly what a cop is,
Yeah.
Power fantasy plus violence.
With
so
a gun.
It's a perfect combo.
Yep. And lastly, speaking of domestic,
it's closer to like 30%.
That's still quite a fucking number, to be honest.
Yeah, that's actually an alarming number.
No, 30% of police have committed domestic violence.
But how much of domestic violence is that 30% responsible for? That's the number that's going to frighten you.
Wait, what?
Okay, so if 30% of cops are committing domestic violence compared to all the domestic violence, how much is that 30% committing? Is it like the same people every time?
Yeah.
or just a bunch of people doing a little bit. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I think that would just be hard to.
Somebody probably has that information, not me. Like, but yeah, it's something to research and consider. I'm pretty sure like some fucking attorney out there has it. But man, speaking of violence, USA lost to China in football, tackle football with pads, like gear and everything. 41-20. Japan, China. It was fucking. I thought it was China.
Wow.
I thought it was really. No, I really thought it was China because like people were hyping that shit up heavy. If it's Japan, that's even more embarrassing. God damn. I know they send like they have football over there because like they have Americans like a former Boise State quarterback.
I find it less embarrassing actually. I find it slightly less embarrassing because it's Japan.
Japan's much smaller than China.
It's literally the best and brightest from Japan versus like high schoolers that couldn't make the UFL in the USA.
I'm just saying, me and Pete could have made that team, and we wouldn't have got fucking destroyed on that inside zone run. Like, that inside zone run, he broke one for like 40 yards. It was nasty work. D tackles just said, fuck it. And just fucking ran parallel down the line of scrimmage the other way. They didn't even shoot the gap. It was so, like the high school kids, Pete coaches would do a better job of playing the run than what those fucking guys did.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like,
you could have got out there and I would have put you at corner and you'd have been locking shit up.
Facts. Like, fucking, I'm trying to think of like the most mid-ass.
We'd have called you Nikki Seatbelt.
Starting quarterback for that. Kellen Mond would be the starting quarterback for the USA.
Yeah, Kellen Mond would have threw for 700 yards and 8 touchdowns. And ran for 3 more. Like,
put Tyreek Hill on that fucking field right now.
Hell, shit. Put Josh Gordon out there right now. Put T.O. out there since he wants to play football so bad.
Don't worry, because we have the Olympics and all the people that want to talk shit.
Wasn't that the Olympics though? For football?
No, that isn't the Olympics.
So that was just a fucking friendly? Because I know Canada beat Brazil like 110-0.
United International. It's called the United American Football League or something.
Bro, I'm about to sign up for that shit. I want to see how much they pay because if they can do that, fuck it. I'll just go do that.
It's an International League of American Football. It's like what it's called, something like that.
Bro,
but it's not the Olympics.
What fucking retired bus driver? What retired bus driver is playing left tackle for America? I need to know. Like, we couldn't get Joe Thomas. I know he's retired. We can't get nobody retired, some Hall of Famers to go play. That's embarrassing, bro. That's like, to us, we don't even care. But to them, like, this is their fucking gold medal. And it's just weird that, like, we're allowing that level of an ass whooping. There's never been a Japanese player in the fucking NFL, but, like, one guy. It was a safety out of Cincinnati, something Nakamura for the Ravens, and he got cut. He wasn't even that good. Yeah. And then the Ting brothers. I don't think they were actually Japanese. I'll take that back. But they were on steroids, so whatever. But, yeah, either way, that's really embarrassing. That's a fade, bro. Like, even, like, the dudes from the Raw Room, Darren Bates and them, Jalen Collins, they were like, I saw the coaching staff, and I knew that we were fucked. The coaching staff was bad. And if the coaching staff is bad, the players don't have much of a chance. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Maybe the NFL might have to take that whole thing over, but that's embarrassing, bro.
Fun fact, there's been 12 NFL players from Japan.
It was more from China. Isn't that win Chinese?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess this is the IAF Under-20 World Junior Championship.
That's even more embarrassing. We could have the fucking Spark Championship team go out there.
And they, lost
41-20. Bro, Canada beat Brazil 110-0. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Damn.
All right, rants. You go first, Kenny.
Cool. I'm going to get this out the way because Nikki should be the one to close the show. So, Tuesday night.
Thanks for mansplaining. But go ahead.
That's not mansplaining. That's just me stating the obvious.
What we already knew, yeah.
That's stating the obvious. That's not mansplaining. Because if she said I want to go last because it's my last show, that's not. Shut your stupid ass up, Pete. You used to be a feminist, dumbass.
I am a feminist still.
You're really not. You're really not. You're really not.
I am.
Okay. Okay, bro. You and I. Okay. I don't think you understand what the definition of feminist is.
I actually do.
I know real feminists. And they say Ryan said you're not a feminist. So there. She's a feminist.
I haven't talked to Ryan in like 5 years, but all right.
Yeah, she's like, Pete's not a feminist.
Okay.
He wants to be an ally, but he's not a feminist.
I am a feminist.
All right, cool.
Are you a feminist, Kitty?
Pete's not a feminist.
That's crazy to just
I don't so much dirt on Pete to know he knows he's not
crazy.
a feminist.
That's crazy just to
shut
say.
the fuck up, bro.
Just
You're
to
not a
cite
feminist.
one girl and be like, oh, yeah, she said you're not a feminist.
Like an actual feminist, though. Actual activist.
Okay, that's like me saying, hey, yeah.
Priscilla would probably say
that's
you're
like
not
me saying, like, hey, yeah, Kenny said you're not invited to the cookout, so you're not invited to the cookout.
You're not invited to the fucking cookout. There's too many people at the cookout. It's a fucking safety hazard. God damn. Or you got fucking $1 million baby playing on repeat at the cookout. Like, that's enough, bro.
You were playing that song, bro.
I was.
Shut up.
I still play it from time to time. It's catchy as fuck.
You were digging that song.
It's catchy as fuck. I'm not going to apologize. I don't dick eat it. I'm not going to apologize for playing that song.
You were dick eating that song.
I'm not.
You're like, this is the song of the summer.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I said
you literally did.
If
the
Not
next
Like
day,
Us didn't drop, everybody would be talking about $1 Million Baby.
This is literally the greatest, one of the greatest songs I've ever heard.
They played on radio.
You literally said that. You literally were like, this is like literally one of the greatest songs
It's a song about nothing that
heard.
sounds really fucking great. And I think Brent Venables has vocals on it. But that's a whole nother issue. Anyway, to get to my rant, so Tuesday night, took like an 8-hour bus ride to go to Oakland. Popped up on my grandma for the first time in like 3 years. She came. My mom cried when she saw me. I was like, Mom, why are you crying? You knew I was going to show up. She's like, your grandma, your aunts, your uncle, they haven't seen you in a while. So then, because I know how to make an entrance. And everybody was thoroughly shocked. My nephew jumped into my arms. Got a chance to fulfill a promise that I made to my grandma when I was a kid. I pretty much said, when I graduate college, I'm going to walk up to you and put my diploma in your hand. She didn't get to go to my college graduation because she got in a horrific car accident, and she's been paralyzed for the past 6 years. So she was like bedridden for a while, but now she's sitting up in a chair. She has feeling in her right leg. She's getting feeling back in her legs. 84 years young, spry, full of life. Just seeing her kind of really put a lot of things in perspective for me. I feel like it wiped away some guilt because, like, I'm always working. Like, I've kind of, like, the life path I chose has taken me places, and sometimes you kind of lose contact with people you care about, or you just don't have the time to go see them, or something comes up. Something always comes up, a bill, whatever. It was just really dope to be able to experience that with my grandma, my 2 aunts, and my uncle, my nephew. My grandma now has a picture of her grandson and her great-grandson. And that, to me, means a lot because my grandmother sacrificed a lot for her children. My grandparents, they sacrificed a lot. And she said, the point for our sacrifice wasn't for you to come back and never leave. It was like to go out into the world and make something of yourself and then come back with a story to tell me. Pass it forward, pay it forward. So I'm thankful for that. It was beautiful. Also kind of sad to see Oakland the way it is because the shit looks like Iraq. That's what happens when you have a corrupt ass city and they just let it go to waste. And I just want to say, Nikki, it has been a pleasure working with you. To the LA Bowl, and you were scared to get a question off. Then you got comfortable. Then we went to like a couple other events, and you kind of hit your stride. And it was just really dope to see that growth from you over the past couple of years. And I'm gonna say I played a small part in that. Like, and I'm happy we picked you. I'm happy things worked out. And whatever you do, wherever you go in your life, just because of your work ethic, sheer will, determination, you're gonna do great. Just remember to enjoy it, and survivor's remorse is real. We all go to college, we all better ourselves, we live a life we thought we might never have, and then we feel bad, but like, don't, because everything you've gotten, you've worked for, and you deserve it. So I'm happy for you. I appreciate you. My mom's going to miss you. And you're officially in my top 3 favorite Tauruses. Congratulations. and you're
Like,
not
it's really easy.
You're not three. Yeah, I mean, no, there's like 5, but Pete's definitely like down the list. It's like my mom, one other person I know, and then you. So salute.
My whole thing is to downplay relationship. It doesn't work when you do it. You just sound like an asshole.
Fuck your feelings, Pete.
I'm just saying, stay in your pocket. The lovable, nice fat guy. I'm the ruthless,
Now,
mean fat guy.
What do you mean downplaying? What was he downplaying?
He's like, yeah, Pete's in my bottom 5 Tauruses.
Well, there's only 5 spots, so that would make you the bottom 5.
I'm just saying, whatever.
This motherfucker can't do
Doesn't
math this
offend me. It
episode.
doesn't offend me.
I know it doesn't. That's why I said it.
That's why it doesn't work when you do it.
If I was trying to be offensive, I would have been offensive. Trust me.
Yeah, when I do it, you get sad. That's why it's funny and it works.
I don't want to really play who can hurt whose feelings with the Pisces. You know that, right?
Exactly.
I will fucking destroy you
exactly
and
why.
laugh about. I will get
This
demonic
is exactly
over here.
why. You're just making my point further.
I get like, just
I thought you were
stop.
Aquarius.
The point is not
No,
to
I'm a
hurt.
Pisces. What? What? I'm born in February on the
You're born
19th.
in Feb-
February 19th. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. My
It's a-
sister's born on the 12th, and she's an Aquarius.
No. See, if I was born on the 18th, I'd be an Aquarius. But the 19th, it's like a cusp day. So technically, I'm Pisces. Technically, I'm
Why are you
both.
acting like, what do you mean? What do you mean Aquarius? And you're one day off.
Because I'm not an Aquarius. My sister's an Aquarius. There's a distinct difference. Trust me.
I've never met an astrology girly as hard as that astrology hard as you. You know that?
I'm going to take that as a compliment because I know way too many astrology motherfuckers who like take
you
it too
are
seriously.
the biggest astrology girly I've ever met. Ever.
To choose to take that as a compliment.
I never did. I say it as an insult?
I know. I'm saying that because it's pissing Pete off.
No, it's not pissing me off. I'm actually not paying attention.
In like 20 minutes, he's gonna be like, "You are that fucking astrology
You're
dude."
the biggest astrology girly I know. So
You are, for sure.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I accept it kindly.
y'all are both big astrology girlies.
I'm not, but okay.
Here we go. See, I told you.
You banter with Kenny all the time about astrology. You know way too much.
He talks shit to with my mom because she's a Taurus, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're a musty ass Taurus." That phrase is started because of Pete.
All right. So this is the time where I get to, hold the mic.
Cool. Are you gonna like mumble and cry? Are you gonna mumble, talk
Hello.
through it?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's annoying. We hate when you do that.
What?
We hate when you do most things, Kenny.
I don't give a
There's only
fuck.
like 3 things that we like that you do.
But I don't give a fuck.
There's like literally only 3
I still
things.
wrote on the run. I'll write something else on the rundown right now, and I won't even say it. I'll just put the mic down, and you'll have to read it, and you'll be mad. Now, again,
I already closed the rundown, so I don't have to read shit. But yeah.
you're gonna look back at it.
Okay, can I talk?
Yeah. Anyway, love you, Nikki. Thanks for everything. Boomer Sooner. Go TAMU.
Oh, I wasn't recording that.
All right. So, my week. What did I do?
Fuck your week, nigga.
I don't even know what I did. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. Last weekend I went to Disneyland for the first time in like 7 years.
Fuck you in Disneyland.
That was kind of interesting. I don't know how they made. I feel like the whole point of going to an amusement park is to not be on your phone. But now, like, that's kind of like part of the experience. Like, you got to manage all your fucking fast pass lines on the app and see all the waiting times. They don't even really give you like a physical map, so you got to use your phone to get around. Like, it's pretty crazy. I was just thinking about that as like just from an experience standpoint. But actually, even though it was record heat and it was a Saturday, the lines actually weren't that bad. And we navigated through making sure we went to the lines that were indoors and had AC. So that helped manage through some of the heat as well. And then, yeah, I had a Baja Blast Seltzer, which was kind of heat at Blast. Shout out to
The fuck
Blast.
you just say?
A
Did
Baja.
you say a Baja fucking Blast seltzer?
Yeah, that shit was heat.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, that shit was heat. It was heat.
That's like my two favorite things.
Yeah, you got to go to Ballast Point in Anaheim.
Bruh.
I think there might be another one closer, but I don't know. Yeah, so I got to check out some of the new attractions that have been launched in the past few years, like the whole Avenger campus, which was kind of dumb, and the whole Guardians of the Galaxy gentrification of Hollywood Terror, which was also kind of weird. And then what else? I went on the Star Wars ride, which was kind of a lot. And yeah, they gentrified soaring over California, and they made it soaring over the world, which is kind of stupid, but I'm just West Coast biased, so fuck me. And yeah, as far as Nikki, crazy. What the fuck do I say? It's like that I feel like this is the fucking yearbook, but we're just not going to see each other again. And I got abandonment issues, so it's a lot for me to acknowledge. Yeah.
I mean,
Kenny's playing his small violin right now. It's a big ass violin. But yeah, I mean, much of what Kenny said, I think just witnessing your growth, like both as a person and like as a professional, like just going from that shy girl who just moved from LA and didn't really want to say one fucking word on the air to now the person who filibusters with Kenny for 25 minutes about 19 fucking 99 college football is fucking crazy.
Nah, but for real, we'd be talking about the 1950s and shit.
Yeah.
Malcolm Kelly's sophomore year.
And to just see that and to see you go through your lumps, you know, trying to find a job in LA and then finally finding one and now being able to bring that full circle as you move back to Texas. I mean, that's crazy. And just to see, you know, go through the wedding process and now that that's done, now you're starting your life in the ways that you plan to. And I don't know, it's just great, you know. I feel like there's not a lot of people in the world who've gone through more adversity than me, but you're definitely one of them. So I definitely admire you for being able to push through all that and staying on the tracks amidst all the rain.
Wait, are you saying that I won the trauma Olympics? Let's fucking go.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
Gold medal.
You should get the medal for something, right?
Rob.
But yeah, all seriousness, I mean, I think I'm going to miss having someone who's a tourist who can relate to just being through a bunch of trauma in their whole life and just trying to work through it. So, yeah, much like Kenny said, we're going to miss you. Your impact on this podcast is everlasting. There's only before and after Nikki. And we're glad Lucas didn't scare you away. So, yeah.
You're going to have, instead of BC, it's going to be like BN and B.
Pretty much, yeah.
Look around. Well, thank you for the glazing, guys. I appreciate it. Obviously, I expect nothing less because I'm a real one. So, yeah. I will still be alive, and you know.
Nah, you're going to Texas. That's not real. That's not a real place.
Yeah, I'll just phase out of existence. I'm just going to dissolve into the ether for you guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have a really bad habit of like out of sight, out of mind, and so like I'm afraid that like even like how do I say the deepest connections I've made here, like the moment I walk into Texas, I'm just gonna like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to repeat what I've done growing up, where like as soon as I move away from somewhere, like I could literally be best friends with someone for a decade and then just never talk to them again. So y'all are gonna be my test dummies. I'm gonna actually like attempt to continue to communicate with you guys. But if at any point you're like, damn, we do not want to fucking talk to this bitch anymore, you can just block me, obviously. So
that's wild. You're really toxic. We couldn't just leave you on red. We have to block you.
Yeah, because then I'm gonna keep blowing your ass up till you do. You're gonna have to change the touchdowns and tangents fucking passwords and shit.
It's just Nikki going live. Hey guys, talk to me.
Dog, that how you say what we were afraid of with those who came before. I'll actually go through with it.
Jeez. All right, go ahead, finish.
Yeah. So whenever Pete, I'm gonna need some special. I have a special request. Whenever Kenny randomly, suspiciously takes shots at Oklahoma themed ideas, players, the team, anything, and he acts like he's not biased. Fill in for me.
So every time?
Please. Every time, yeah.
Fill in for me. Fight for me, please.
All right, you're going to have to take Kenny to a real barbecue spot when he's in Texas next time.
Yeah, like literally any of them would be better, more than likely. So, you'll have some really good food in California, but barbecue is just unfortunately not one of them. I'm sorry. Sucks.
You're going to have to go to the bikini bar with me next time I'm in Frisco.
No, bro, you're going to have to go to Texas Live for an actual fucking game.
I went to Texas Live.
No, bro. You're saying Texas Live is mid as fucking...
The only good thing about Texas Live is they have soul. That was the best part.
Bro, like, that's actually fucking wild statement, bro. Anyone that's been to Texas Live when it was live, you know?
Tight ends was better.
Who?
Tight ends? Or playmakers?
Tight ends?
Whatever the fucking bikini bar was at.
I don't get the double meaning on that one. Can you explain it?
I think you get it.
Anyway, but yeah, it's actually like one of the coolest spots I've ever been to in my entire life. You just wouldn't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
yeah, so, and plus, it looks
just
like you're gonna be
just like you don't get Fred, right?
I don't get what?
Just like you don't get Fred.
Who's fucking Fred? Oh, the
Fred
DJ?
again, yeah.
Sorry, I already forgot about him. I'm racist against British people, so like I try to erase everything about him from my mind. So just
xenophobic?
I have a British stepmother-in-law. How would you say that? Stepmother-in-law, or would I just say mother-in-law?
That just sounds like your name for your fantasy team this season.
Yeah, are you playing again this year? Are you still playing fantasy with us, or are you breaking up with us there too?
I mean, if I'm allowed to, your fantasy group's scary.
Why?
Because it's a bunch of grown-ass men, and I'm just a girl. I'm just a 25-year-old girl.
Okay, Gwen Stefani. Get the fuck out of here, no doubt.
You have the most fucking obscene name in the group. What the fuck do you mean?
What do you... No, stepbrother. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you fit in perfectly.
It was the Joe Burrow one? I can't remember. I had several.
No, it was a step.
Fantasy names are bangers on fucking bangers on bangers, bro.
They all sound like porn titles with a hip-hop underlying track.
What did it say? Oh, no, Step Burrow? Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got fucking heat. I got y'all next season. I'll get something even grosser, I promise.
Okay, so don't say you don't fit in, because you clearly fit in. You set the tone. You were literally the first one to set your name, and it was obscene as fuck.
Oh, really? It was?
Yeah.
So we just all played off you and just were less obscene.
Oh, real? Okay, well, I mean, at least I wanted that. I was the MVP of that league in my heart.
You were until the last, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
So you get a gold medal for kink-inspired titles.
You were like 7-1 or some bullshit.
Yeah, dude, I was...
You collapsed.
True Dallas Cowboy shit.
Yeah. Was that the league that... No, that was my sleeper league. Remember that league that y'all like fucking lost your shit because I ended up splitting a prize spot with my husband?
Yeah, because that was totally bullshit.
Well, what is the word y'all kept using? I can't remember.
Collusion. Literal collusion.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Finish your rant.
Bro.
Finish your fucking rant. We're so close.
She crying in her seltzer when she turned us off.
Fuck? I'll start reading the whole Declaration of Independence to piss you off.
See, this is why I fuck with Nikki. Keep going. Keep cooking.
I was gonna wait. What is it? I can't remember what that one stands for. I know the Gettysburg Address off the top of my head. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild as fuck.
They burned it into my brain when I was in religious school in fucking Texas. Fourscore. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Y'all were some real ones. I don't know what. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to learn and grow with media and sports professionals such as yourselves. And my personal and professional growth flourished under y'all's watchful eye.
Can I get a yeah?
Can I get a yeah?
All right, so
That's GG for me, guys.
That was too far. We all agree we went too far.
That's GG.
All right. Yeah, man. So this Chat Sounds and Tangents, TDs_tangents on Twitter and Instagram. I'm PT Camarillo.
I'm Kenneth Frank James Berry.
And I'm Nikki.
For the last time,
Nikki the producer.
the trio is out. We'll be back next week. Just Kenny and I arguing about who's fatter and other important topics.
And me saying no comment when some shit really heavy about the NFL, aka my job, comes up.
We're out.